Hello, in this video, I'm going to tell you about how to define medical words and how to build medical words. So there are three steps for defining a medical word. So let's say you have a term and you're trying to determine what it means. So you're going to start by defining the suffix, so the component of the word at the very end. So if we take the example gastroenteritis and we want to break that down, we'll start with itis, the suffix, which means inflammation of. Then the next step is we'll define the first part of the word. The first part of the word could be a prefix, or it could start with a word root or combining form. So in our example here, the word root that it begins with is gaster, and we add the O, and that makes it gastro, which is, in this case, the combining form. And remember, we always add the O after the word root if the next portion of the term starts with an E, or starts with a vowel, I should say. Okay, so here we use the combining form gastro because then there's actually a second word root here, which is enter, or enter, as in intestine. Okay, so we start with the suffix, the end of the word. Then we define the first part of the word. And then if there's anything left, like if there's more than just the word root and the suffix, then we would also define the middle part of the word, which in this case it's enter, which means intestine. So then if we put it all together, we know that gastroenteritis is inflammation of the stomach and intestine. Okay, now if we're going to go in the other direction and we want to build a medical term rather than dissecting one that we're trying to understand, there are three basic rules for building a medical word. So first, a word root links a suffix that begins with a vowel. So as I mentioned, if the suffix starts with a vowel, then we just use the word root as is. We don't need to add a combining vowel. Okay, so if the suffix starts with a vowel, then we just use the word root. Okay, a combining form, which is really just the word root plus a vowel, usually an O, then we use the combining form to link a suffix that starts with a consonant. Okay, so here is the word root, gaster, and then O is the combining vowel. So together, gastro would be the combining form. And we would use the combining form in this case if we are going to add the suffix megaly because it starts with a consonant. And then our last rule here is that a combining form links one root to another root to form a compound word. So some terms include two word roots, not only one. So if we're ever combining two word roots into a single term, then we always use the combining form for the first word root, even if the second word root starts with a vowel. So the rule is a little bit different than when we're just talking about word root or combining form with the suffix. When we're attaching two word roots together to form a compound word, we always use the combining form of the first one, regardless of whether the second word root starts with a vowel or a consonant. Okay, so an example is osteoarthritis. So in this case, oste and Arthur would be the two word roots, but we would use the combining form of the first one to make it osteo, even though Arthur starts with a vowel. And then because the suffix starts with a vowel, we only use the Arthur word root, not the combining form, because of our first rule, which is that we only add the combining vowel, we only use the combining form if the suffix starts with a consonant. Okay, so in this case, even though both word roots start with vowels, we use the combining form for the first one to attach the two word roots together. And we use only the word root for the second one because the suffix starts with a vowel. All right, I hope you learned something helpful here today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.